The US Open is almost here, and Alex Eala is arriving in New York with the attention of an athlete who has become much bigger than a single tennis result. But now, an unexpected story is emerging around her. A reported invitation involving Japanese voice-acting superstar Yuki Kaji has opened the door to a crossover nobody would normally associate with professional tennis: Alex Eala and the world of anime. The idea alone is fascinating, but there is an important distinction. The reported invitation itself is not independently confirmed by the public Anime NYC information currently available. Welcome to the channel, where we break down the biggest tennis stories with the context behind the headlines. And if you follow Alex Eala's remarkable rise, make sure you subscribe, because the next few days in New York could be especially interesting. The story connecting Eala and Kaji deserves attention not simply because it sounds unusual, but because it reflects how far Eala's profile has expanded beyond the traditional tennis audience. According to the supplied report, Kaji has reportedly extended a special invitation to Eala to appear at Anime NYC 2026. That is the central claim behind this story. What can be confirmed is that Kaji is officially listed as a guest at Anime NYC, which is taking place at the Javits Center from August 20th through August 23rd. The convention itself says Kaji will appear on Saturday for a special haiku presentation. What is not confirmed by those public listings is a personal invitation to Eala. That distinction matters. In sports coverage, an interesting report can quickly become a supposed fact once it is repeated enough times. We should not do that here. The strongest version of this story is actually more interesting when the facts are separated from the speculation. Yuki Kaji is definitely part of Anime NYC 2026. Alex Eala is definitely one of the most talked about young tennis players in the Philippines and beyond. And a reported invitation would create a fascinating connection between those two worlds if it is confirmed. So who is Yuki Kaji, and why would an invitation from him attract so much attention? Kaji is one of Japan's best-known voice actors, with major roles including Eren Yeager in Attack on Titan and Shoto Todoroki in My Hero Academia. Anime NYC itself identifies him through those roles and notes that he established Fractal Incorporated in April 2026, where he serves as CEO. His appearance at this year's convention is therefore not a minor guest booking. He is one of the event's featured names. Kaji's connection to haiku is also especially relevant. He voices Kenma Kozum, one of the series' recognizable characters, and Anime NYC has scheduled a haiku panel featuring Kaji and producer Hibiki Saito on Saturday, August 22nd. The event description says they will discuss the series, share behind-the-scenes stories, answer fan questions, and look toward its future. So Kaji is not simply attending New York. He already has a significant role in the convention's programming. That makes the reported Eala connection even more intriguing. Imagine the worlds involved. On one side, you have a young tennis star preparing for the final Grand Slam of the season. On the other, you have a voice actor whose work has reached millions of anime fans across the world. Their professional paths have almost nothing in common. Yet both industries are built around the same basic ingredients: competition, personality, perseverance, storytelling, and emotional connection with an audience. And that is where Alex Eala enters the picture. Her appeal has grown beyond the normal boundaries of tennis coverage. She represents the Philippines on one of the biggest sporting stages in the world, while also connecting strongly with Filipino fans and younger audiences. Her rise has created a following that is not limited to people who watch every WTA match. That broader appeal is exactly why a crossover with a major entertainment event would make sense from a cultural perspective, even if the reported invitation still needs confirmation. The supplied report describes Eala as a player who has become a symbol of resilience and national pride. It points to her junior Grand Slam success, her breakthrough performances on the professional tour, and the growing attention around her career. Those achievements are part of the reason the idea of an anime crossover feels less random than it might have a few years ago. Eala is no longer simply trying to become known. She is increasingly becoming recognizable outside the traditional tennis audience. There is another reason this story has perfect timing: New York itself. Anime NYC runs from August 20th through August 23rd, while the US Open is scheduled to begin on August 30th. That puts two enormous cultural events in the same city within the same stretch of the calendar. Anime fans are gathering at the Javits Center, while the tennis world is preparing for the final Grand Slam of the year in Flushing Meadows. Anime NYC says it expects more than 150,000 attendees and describes the 2026 edition as its most immersive event yet. The convention features a sold-out exhibit hall, artist alley, a family zone, destination cosplay, a Japanese food hall, concerts, premieres, and programming involving major entertainment companies. The guest lineup includes Kaji alongside names connected to One Piece, Naruto, Chainsaw Man, Bleach, and other major franchises. That scale changes the significance of the reported invitation. If Eala were to make an appearance, she would not simply be walking into a small anime gathering. She would be entering an enormous community of fans who may know her primarily as an athlete, or perhaps may not know her at all. For Eala, that could represent an entirely different kind of audience-building opportunity. For anime fans, it could create a fresh connection to a sport they might not normally follow closely. But there is also a deeper cultural connection here. Anime frequently tells stories about characters who face overwhelming odds, experience setbacks, and continue moving forward. Tennis has a similar emotional structure. Every match contains momentum swings, pressure points, comebacks, disappointments, and opportunities to start again. A player can dominate one moment and be under enormous pressure only minutes later. The language is different, but the emotional experience can be remarkably similar. That does not mean Eala is an anime character, and it does not mean every anime fan will suddenly become a tennis fan. It simply explains why the crossover feels natural from a storytelling perspective. The most successful sports personalities often become compelling because audiences connect with their journey, not just their statistics. Anime has spent decades building audiences around exactly that kind of journey. The connection is therefore cultural rather than technical. The timing is especially interesting because Eala's recent rise has already made her a major story in tennis. The supplied material highlights her breakthrough in Washington, her Wimbledon run, and her climb up the rankings. Those details illustrate the broader point. Her visibility has expanded rapidly. However, because some of the supplied claims concern rankings and 2026 achievements that can change quickly, those figures should be checked against the latest official WTA records before being presented as current statistics. The same caution applies to one particularly important claim in the supplied report. It describes Eala as having already become the first Filipina to win a US Open singles main draw match in 2026. That cannot be presented as a current fact on August 20th, because the 2026 US Open has not yet begun. The tournament is scheduled to start August 30th. That part of the source therefore appears to contain a timeline error and should not be repeated as confirmed news. This is exactly why the reported Kaji invitation needs the same careful treatment. The public Anime NYC guest information confirms Kaji's appearance and his Saturday Haikyuu programming. It does not, in the information currently available, list Eala as a guest or publicly announce a special invitation to her. That does not prove that no private invitation exists. It simply means the claim should remain described as reported until there is direct confirmation from Eala, Kaji, Anime NYC, or another reliable source. And honestly, that uncertainty creates a legitimate question that tennis fans can follow. If the invitation is real, will Eala accept? If she does, what would her appearance look like? Would she participate in a panel, make a brief appearance, meet Kaji, or simply attend as a guest? None of those possibilities should be presented as confirmed until details emerge. But the potential is obvious, particularly because Eala is already in New York during one of the biggest weeks of the sporting calendar. For Kaji, an appearance alongside a tennis star would also fit the wider direction of his career. Anime NYC's official biography notes that he established Fractal Incorporated in April 2026 and is involved in the Soyogi Fractal Voice AI project. The project is aimed at exploring the future of creative expression while protecting voice rights and performers' identities. That shows that Kaji's work has expanded beyond traditional voice acting into technology and new forms of entertainment. That broader creative mindset is important when considering the reported story. Kaji is not simply known for lending his voice to famous characters. He is also involved in building new projects around voice, technology, and creative expression. A collaboration or public crossover with an athlete from a completely different industry would therefore be consistent with the kind of cross-disciplinary thinking surrounding his current work. Again, that is analysis, not proof that a specific invitation has been accepted. And then there is Eala's side of the equation. The appeal of an appearance at Anime NYC would not necessarily be about promoting tennis. It could simply allow fans to see another side of her personality. Athletes often become more relatable when audiences see what they enjoy away from competition. For a young player building an international identity, those moments can become part of the story surrounding her career. The Filipino connection could make the moment even more interesting. Eala has become a major source of attention for Filipino tennis fans, and the Filipino community in North America is enormous. Anime also has a huge and passionate following among younger audiences and diaspora communities. A crossover between Eala and Anime NYC could therefore connect several audiences at once: Filipino fans, tennis followers, anime fans, and people who simply enjoy unexpected cultural moments. But the most important thing remains the tennis. Whatever happens at Anime NYC, Eala's primary objective in New York is the US Open. The tournament begins August 30th, and preparation will be crucial. The final Grand Slam of the season is not the place for distractions to become the story. Any appearance or entertainment opportunity would have to fit around her training, recovery, media responsibilities, and preparation for the hard courts at Flushing Meadows. That is why the timing is so fascinating. Eala could potentially find herself at the intersection of two completely different New York audiences within days of each other. One audience is gathering for anime, manga, cosplay, voice acting, music, and Japanese pop culture. The other is arriving for world-class tennis. If the reported invitation becomes a confirmed appearance, it would be a rare example of one athlete naturally moving between those spaces. The broader lesson is that modern athletes are no longer defined exclusively by what happens between the lines. The biggest stars build identities through performance, personality, social media, culture, fashion, entertainment, and community. That does not mean every crossover matters. Most do not. But when the personalities involved have genuine audiences in both worlds, an unexpected collaboration can create something much more memorable than a conventional promotional appearance. For Eala, the challenge will be balance. Her career is moving quickly, and every new opportunity can bring additional attention.